Good morning, beautiful people. So I got asked a couple questions yesterday by a friend of mine. The question that we plant-based / vegan people get asked a lot, and that is, how do you get your protein? Where do you get your protein from? And I think a lot of people just don't really understand how much protein you really need. You don't need as much as you think you do. It depends on several different factors, your age, your weight, things like that. But for the average female, you only need about 40 to 45 grams of protein a day. For the average male, about 50 to 55 grams of protein a day. So you really don't need as much as you would think that you need. So I just wanted to share a couple things with you guys about how I get my protein. Now, there's several ways that you can get protein. Let's first start with the basic. Fruits and veggies actually have protein. They don't have, obviously, as much protein as meat, but they have protein. And keep in mind, when you're eating fruits and vegetables, you're eating a lot more fruits and vegetables than you normally would be eating meat. And that's because fruits and vegetables don't have as many calories. So you're going to eat a whole lot more, which means even if fruits and vegetables only have, let's say, 3 grams of protein, and you're eating 5 times as much because you're eating 5 to 10 servings of them a day, then you already have your protein just in your fruits and veggies. But there are other ways that you can get more protein if you just feel like you're not getting enough protein, or you know, when you first get started, you just don't understand the protein intake, and you want to find another way. I use protein powder, and I have a protein shake. I honestly don't have it every day. I have it maybe 4 times a week. And the protein powder that I use is Sun Warrior protein powder. I use the chocolate because I used to like to drink the Wendy's smoothies, the chocolate, well, the Frosties, the chocolate Frosties that were kind of like chocolate ice cream. I used to love those. And so during like just experimentation a couple years ago, I found a way to make a protein shake exactly like that. I'm telling you, it tastes just like that. And it's just literally 3 ingredients. I use frozen bananas, almond milk, and the chocolate protein powder. That's all I use. And that actually gives me 50 grams of protein. So it gives me way more than a protein that I actually need. And I say 50 grams because it's 25 grams in each scoop. And I typically use 2 scoops because I make 2 servings. So because I'm eating mainly fruits and vegetables, I don't just eat like a 16, I don't just drink like a 16-ounce smoothie. I'm typically drinking at least 32 ounces, which is twice what you would normally drink. So I did make a clip of showing what my protein shake looks like and how I make it. So I'm going to show you guys that and share that with you. But I don't want you to get hooked up on, oh, I'm not going to get enough protein if I do this diet. Trust me when I say your body has enough protein stores in it from eating meat for years and years of your life that you're not going to go deficient in protein in the first several months of you eating like this. So I would not be concerned with you not having protein. In addition to that, if you are eating a variety of fruits and vegetables, then you're not going to be protein deficient because you will be consuming enough protein. So I don't want you to get caught up on the protein thing. A lot of people think about that and think that they're going to lose, you know, muscle mass and all this kind of stuff. No, that is not true. So don't stress yourself out about the protein. So I'm going to show you guys what my protein shake looks like when I make it. I'm going to put that clip in here. And I hope you guys like this video. And don't forget to subscribe. Send this to someone that you want to help start eating healthy. I'm going to tell you something real quick. My dad used to be diabetic. Well, let me just say this. My dad was diabetic. And I started talking to him about what he needed to eat and what he needed to cut back on and eat more of. And my dad listens to me. Like, what I say is law. He really trusts me. And literally, my dad got off of insulin within 2 months. so he no longer takes any insulin. And he makes this protein shake that I'm talking about. He loves the same Frosty that we used to get at Wendy's, but now he makes his Frosty the way that I make it, which is with the almond milk, the protein powder, and the frozen bananas. I actually bought him a blender. I bought him the protein powder, and I told him how to just peel the banana, break it in half, put it in the freezer, and I showed him how to make it. I made it for him a couple times, and now he makes it. He's been making one every day. And so that's just a quick little testimony just to show you that you can get your protein. You can actually reverse a lot of your illnesses when you change the way you eat. When you focus on what you're eating and not so much focus on the things that you're going to be missing, you'll realize that it's a whole lot easier. Whoa, it's a whole lot easier than you thought it was going to be. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. Send me a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. So my protein shake that I make is very simple. It's not complicated at all. It actually only has 3 ingredients, literally 3 ingredients. This is as simple as it gets, guys. When I say that this is like a sweet treat for me, and at the same time, I know that I'm getting all the protein I need. It has vitamins and minerals in it. It has a lot of different stuff in it. So I'll tell y'all what protein powder I use, and then I'll tell you how I make this. But basically, all I use is frozen bananas. I take my bananas and I peel them when they're starting to get really ripe. And I break them in half and I put them in these silicone Ziploc bags and I freeze them. So frozen bananas, that's my first ingredient. That's what's going to actually give me the natural sugar. I don't put any sweeteners or any sugar at all in this protein shake. The only thing that makes it sweet is the banana, because there's not even any sugar in my protein powder. So the protein powder I actually use 2 different ones. I alternate between the 2. There's this one called Vega 1 that has like probiotics, prebiotics, and all kind of stuff in it. And I use that one. And then I also use this one called, what is it called? Sun Warrior protein. That's the other one. I use that, and then I use almond milk, and I just showed you my almond milk. I use the unsweetened version of almond milk, and I use the vanilla flavor, and that's all I do. I put the frozen bananas in the Vitamix. Most of the time I put about maybe 8 halves of bananas, which is technically about 4 bananas, in the blender, and then I put 1 or 2 scoops of protein powder depending on how much I'm making. If I'm making a really big one, I'll put 2 scoops in there, but if I'm making just like a 32-ounce one, I'll just put 1 scoop. But this one here is pretty big because I think I'm going to give the leftovers of this to my daughter because she loves these too. I use the chocolate flavor. You can use any flavor that you want. I prefer to use a chocolate flavor because this actually comes out just like the Wendy's chocolate Frosty, and that's like one of my favorite treats ever. So I put that in there, and then I put my almond milk. I don't measure this, guys, because I've been doing it for so long, but I really eyeball it. I honestly probably put about maybe 4 ounces if I had to think about a measurement of almond milk. That's pretty much all I put in there, because you don't want a lot, because the more almond milk you put in there, the more runny it'll be. It'll be more watery. And I like this to be more like a frosty consistency. I call it a protein shake, but to me, this is really like a chocolate frosty. And so that's what I actually use to make my frosties. And it has all my protein in it. It has my vitamins in it. And that's pretty much it. This is what I do. So I hope that you guys try this. It's something that I try to get in at least 3 times a week. I put that in there. Because even though I know I'm getting all of my protein from my fruits and vegetables and everything else that I'm eating, I still like to just make sure that I'm getting adequate protein, especially when I'm working out. I haven't been working out lately, but I will start back working out. But normally when I'm working out, I have more protein shakes than a usual. So my usual week would be maybe 3 or 4 protein shakes. When I'm working out, I tend to have one every single day. And so I'm going to show you what this consistency looks like once it's finished mixing up.
You can take and put it in any insulated cup. I have a few of these, but I typically use the same too. But it literally comes out looking like a thick frosty. Look at the consistency. Delicious. It's almost like chocolate ice cream. It is just so good. So I just pour this right in my cup and I suck on this, and that's pretty much my protein shake. This will last me, guys, when I drink this, because it's so thick and I'm not eating it with a spoon. I'm drinking it like an actual shake. This will probably last me for about 2 or 3 hours. That's how long it takes me to drink this. So I hope you guys try it. I hope you like it. Leave me a comment. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. Subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.